let's talk about when you actually went to the actual interview at the beginning. So it's split up. So the first interview is with the American citizen, and the first interview is to evaluate that the American citizen is actually genuine documentation, certify their, your birth certificate. Did they ask you any specific questions that you remember as in the process, or was there anything that surprised you?
Not really. Most of what they asked me was about our marriage, how we met, how long we've been together, when we got married. Once I gave them my American passport and my birth certificate, they didn't really have any more questions for me on that. But yeah, they didn't ask such invasive questions. The interview itself was actually very short after the 2.5 hours of waiting in the embassy. Yeah, they didn't ask anything too.
So were you nervous before you went into that interview?
Yes. Yes, I was nervous that, I don't know, I'd get some kind of insane grilling or something, and then they would be like, no, what are you doing here? You're not eligible, you're not whatever. But I mean, that's just, personal anxiety anyway. But yeah, it was very, very smooth. And
So in general, you got the you obviously anybody's nervous before they go into one of these meetings, but when you went in there, they just wanted to verify your documents and check that everything was legit.
Yeah, they just checked every single document. They made sure I had everything. They double checked a couple questions about the documents, about why we're moving and various things like that, but nothing too crazy. It was really very, very chill, honestly.
And even though you were alone and you were with Yureen together in that meeting, then you felt that they'd done what they needed to do during that meeting, or do you think that they had like questions that only Yureen could answer?
No, no, they didn't ask about him much. Most of the questions were about me and why
Right.
I was moving and how long I'd been in Israel and all kinds of questions like that. They didn't ask much about him beyond the state of our marriage and how long we've been together.
Super. And now on your side then, so what we did was the process, we opened the application with the American citizen applying, and she needed to go at the beginning. And then afterwards, they requested that we upload documents to the NVC, which was the National Visa Center. That's where we sent them the police clearance, military clearance, financial documentation, which you then had to then print out and then take to your meeting. So tell us a little bit about your meeting, Yureen. How was that when you went there? You felt organized with all the documents? Were you prepared? Do you know what to expect or anticipate?
Yeah, so we had a prequel kind of to understand everything that's going to happen. So that was very useful for us. It was useful to calm us down to kind of get understanding what's going to happen.
With the law firm. With the law firm.
Yes,
yes.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was in kind of the same sense that it was divided into two. The first one was actually documentation check. We just wanted to see that I have all the documents that they needed. And I guess one of them was the financial issue, because there I need to finance me, kind of need to sponsor me. So again, looking at it myself will be a little bit complicated to understand the formula there, just to make sure that we do have the right amount and you do know how it works. So yeah, so that's why we went through the process review, because it was much smoother, much more easier, and we made sure that we have everything right. So we did ask about that, and since we already pre-organized everything about it, so it was all good on that area. Yeah, so this first part obviously was the documentation. The second part was waiting, and then there's the interview, which was short as well. Just a couple of questions, how we met. It was mostly about our relationship. If we did ask about Sarah, that she has a job and when we are going to move. And that was about it. Just really couple of minutes questions, just checking things, and that's it.